Hey yo, what's good? What's going on, everyone, everywhere? Welcome back to another video, man. Look, I got a couple questions about my expectations for DC Universe Online in the year 2023. You know, the Greco-Roman year, that is. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe before we hop into this bad boy. Show some love. I can show love back. Make sure you watch the ads too, please and thank you. Definitely will appreciate that. But without further ado, let's hop into it. Now look, I only got pretty much three, I guess, main points in terms of expectations for DC Universe Online. I'm trying to keep it short and simple. My three main points are as follows. Point number one is pretty much same old, okay? DC Universe Online has pretty much a formula that they're going with and they've been sticking to, has been having success with. And I expect them to pretty much stick with that, not really change or deviate from it. Just stay the course, pretty much, right? Now, with that includes, you know, the same 2 to 3 DLCs or episodes a year, the weekly bonuses, their update structure, and a nice, you know, a little bit of quality of life changes that they make here and there throughout the year. That is pretty much what I definitely expect throughout the year, but I also expect them to have a little bit of a twist, because if you haven't noticed, every so often when we kind of get used to kind of the social norm, DC throws us a little twist with it. I'm more thinking in terms of content, maybe how they're going to change. So yo, appreciate you, bro. More how they're going to change the flow of how we play the game, how we go ahead and interact with the content, maybe something new that we can do in the content, maybe a new type of content, something of the sort, okay? I'm expecting a change like that in the year 2023. And I can kind of confirm this by a little bit of the talk on the forums. I don't exactly know the exact forum post because I didn't save it. So that's my bad on me, but I would definitely take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, of course. You know, do your own research, check the forums if you want to, all that good stuff, okay? But I think that we are going to be shown a little bit of a twist to what we're already used to, okay? And definitely maximize what we already are accustomed to, okay? Definitely have the same old, you know, maybe an alert with a raid, maybe a solo or a duo that comes out with the content. You have your open world bosses, your dailies, your weeklies, stuff like that. And maybe instead of, you know, defeating so many enemies for the week, or maybe an additional weekly boss, maybe they change it up. I don't know. Who knows, okay? Maybe you gotta run, you know, a certain amount of alerts and raids per week or something. I don't know. I just expect a little twist to our social norm, if you will, right? Now, with that being said, I'm just go ahead and hop into the next one. I won't make this video too long. So, my next expectation for DC Universe Online is some type of power or weapon revamp, okay? Now, I'm talking about maybe change what is considered the meta for precision weapons, so it's not just dual wield, flurry shot for single target, and brawling to Shuriken Storm, martial arts Shuriken Storm for AoE, okay? Maybe if we can, you know, maybe get staff in there, two-handed, I don't know. Two-handed already does some pretty nice damage, it's just, it's very slow and it's very interruptible, so it's not very reliable damage for the most part. Now, I will say that I hope, and I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the guy that used to do it before, I don't think he's no longer with the team, since the dev team did get a little bit shorter over this past year. But I will say that maybe they have already not only replaced somebody for his particular job and position, but also, you know, finalize that or have that in the works of some sort. I definitely expect it. I know a lot of people are kind of expecting it, whether it be on the forum posts or, you know, different people. I think even Obsidian Chill even spoke on it a little bit in one of his rants about the upcoming year, which is now this year. Yo, My goodness, I'm sorry, yo. I'm doing this live, so I'm like, yo, why we take so much damage? I just realized I'm right next to the guy. That's on me. I apologize. But nonetheless, let's go and hop into our last point that I have, my last expectation that I have, okay? Now, my last expectation, yo, get out the circle. Yeah, people, man. My last expectation is going to be this, okay? I expect the game engine overhaul, at the most, at the very least, okay, I definitely expect us to have a news or an updated timeline, if you will, on the game engine overhaul, okay? Now, we are currently on Unreal Engine 3 still. We should be making the jump to Unreal Engine 4 or 5. If you don't know, I'm talking about Unreal Engine, or don't really know what that is, it's pretty much the whole thing that this game runs on, okay? So, think of an old game engine, it's like an old, iPhone 4, iPhone 5, or 6. Compared to the latest, iPhone 14. That's a pretty massive jump. You can do a lot more with iPhone 14 than you can with the 6. A lot of people even do their YouTube videos, whatever the case may be, okay? It's a lot more capabilities with the new game engine. That's what I'm pretty much trying to say. Now, I do understand how long a game engine overhaul does take. Mind you, I do have a little bit of coding and game development experience myself. So I definitely understand them, especially with a smaller team. For those who don't know how to overhaul game engine, I know not everybody is on that kind of note, but think of it like transcribing the old Bible from the Hebrew and Greek into the old English and then transcribing it to the new English, right? To how we speak today. But while also transcribing all that good information, right? Pretty much you have to do it in a way that it does not upset or offend anyone, whether it be from the past, in the current present, or in the foreseeable future. So you can kind of get a sense of how difficult that can be, especially today's politics, not what previous politics were, and vice versa and all that good stuff, okay? So overall, game engine does take a lot of work. It is a lot of hours. Trust me, I've done one before. And that is no fun right there. But with the game engine, they're able to definitely open a lot of capabilities. If you've seen the Flash show, episode 1, when he's talking about when Barry's talking about the particle accelerator. Oh my goodness, can't speak now. When he's like, this is everything we know, and it's the one dot, and said, this is everything we can know with the particle accelerator. It's that big circle outside of the dot. That's pretty much what the game engine can do for us, okay? Now, a couple ideas I have for the game engine overall that they can now implement. One, you obviously didn't get the better graphics, okay? Able to render better, textures are better, all that, okay? We'll probably actually, fingernails and palm lines and all that good stuff, better eyebrows and things of that nature. But as you see, even with the game engine, Unreal Engine 3, that is currently on, you even see with this fire and like different things, like this stuff is amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous and what they're able to do with such an old engine. Now DC is already like 12 years old, so the engine I think is a little bit older than that. So definitely see what I'm talking about there. I think the game engine actually like 15 years old ish. Take that with a grain of salt, of course. But yeah, but the game engine not only gonna give us better graphics, but allow for more customization, where we'll be able to customize a lot more than we're even currently able to. Now with customization, like if you're skimming like how this person is here, those discs can be like how the game developer said before, that can be your power right there. So you can be like Terra and float on rocks, or hard light stuff, or whatever the case may be. The capabilities for that is really endless. If your electricity, you probably change the color of your electricity, do like a more static shock-esque kind of thing. Like, there'll be limitless possibilities with this customization that the new game engine can bring. Now, a lot of people are harping on people, and especially developers. The community is really pressing the developers and whatnot. And I would say definitely, I'm part of the community too, so I'm not a developer. I don't get paid by DC or anything like that. Hey, DC sponsor me though, I rock with y'all. Rock with the game. But anyways, y'all, on a serious note, developers, you got to be patient. Smaller teams, so they're gonna be slow on stuff, but definitely get the job done at the end of the day. Even with the game engine overall, PvP has already been said to get touched when the game engine does get overall, because that's when they're actually going to recalibrate and refine it. Then probably implement the old system back in. Hopefully they do. I love the system where each role, healers are over tanks and tanks are over trolls and trolls are over healers. You know what I mean? That good old role back from back in the day. Wish they bring that back. And even with the new game engine, new powers and movement modes definitely can take advantage of the game engine. I know we talk about experimental serums. That can be something that they can implement and incorporate with the game engine. Oh, and just a little quick side note for those who don't know the capabilities or don't understand capabilities of the new game engine. Just a little final note: Fortnite, popular game and whatnot, runs on Unreal Engine 5. We run on Unreal Engine 3, so you see the difference there. Different graphics, different textures, and rendering capabilities that you can do. The dynamics, like you can Spider-Man swing and fly on Nimbus and stuff like that. Maybe there's a different variation of flight there. Spider-Man swing can be acrobatics, different variation, because that was also promised to us, but also halted off for the game engine. Now, each movement is supposed to have different variations, just like how flight has skimming. That was the first variation. Super speed and acrobatics need theirs. Now, we don't exactly know what the developers were going to do per se, but we can also theorize. I definitely expect to hear some type of news, some type of marketing put into place for the game to reinvigorate and that spark, that fire under a lot of us, and get us back excited and passionate about this game. Okay, so that's what I expect so far. We can definitely have a whole bunch more of this conversation in the comment section down below, or just hit me up in game, either way you prefer it. Without further ado, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video out, let everybody know what is your expectations, okay, in the comment section down below. Share the video out so you can let your friends know, let them hop in the conversation, put in your Discord chats, put in your text message group chats, whatever the case may be, okay. Share the video out, watch the ads, please and thank you. Help me help y'all. Make sure you stay tuned in by subscribing to the channel, put on that post notification bell so you are updated whenever I drop another video. There are a lot of videos in the work, and I keep re-recording a lot of them because I'm trying to edit stuff now. So please be patient with me. I'm gonna have a lot of good content here soon, and I'm even gonna try to drop a whole bunch of videos today. But without further ado, peace and shalom.